Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to Witches.
Witches.
Widges. This is ginger ale. Welcome back to Witches and Midnight Margaritas. And we got something kind of cool for you guys today.
Yeah, we sure do.
We are going to show you how to do a cord cutting. If you're not sure what a cord cutting is, I'm going to give a basic overview so that we can just kind of get right into this. Basically, before we are reincarnated here, we all have contracts with different souls that we're going to have all these different experiences. And sometimes you come across these people in your life, and it doesn't mean your partner. It could be a parent, a sibling, whatever it might be. And sometimes you're just so done, you want to, more than end the relationship, you want to end the contract with them.
Yeah.
Like there's no way you could see moving forward with that relationship or knowing them, even reincarnated into your next lifetime.
Yeah. You want to break that off.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a serious thing, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. You definitely have the power to do it. And it's not good, it's not bad, it's just a thing. You're making a decision for two people. There are two things you need to think about when you decide you want to go cord cutting is, number one, are you sure you want to do it? Right? Like right now, today, it might feel like, yeah, screw them. Or for the last month, it's, yeah, I need out. I can't do this anymore. I mean, you can always go to therapy and stuff too, just saying. But however, if this is the choice you're making and you decide, yes, I want to go forward with a cord cutting, the next question you have to ask yourself is, do I want to let them go with love? Or do I want to let them go to fuck off?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Because
it depends on the situation,
Mhm.
right? Like maybe if it's a parent, you might want to let them go with love, right? Just to break that off because you're having whatever problems you're having.
Yeah.
Or a partner.
Maybe you've got a partner that was violent,
Yeah,
and you keep going back, and stalker situation.
You want to let that go maybe with a little bit of hate in there.
Maybe a lot.
Yeah.
And we're not here to judge. We're just giving you information that you can do on your own. So we're just going to get into it. The first thing you're going to need is some sort of tray. Ours is and fireproof because we are going to be lighting fires. Ours is just a stone tray and it's all right. The next thing you're going to want to do is put some salt on this tray. And you're just going to want to do
salt on the outside.
Salt on the outside of it.
Just a ring of salt.
When you're doing spells like this, you really do need protection. So if you have personal protection with you, you wear amulets or whatever, that's great. Using salt, a ring of salt around what we're going to do is going to contain that in there, which is really important too. Protection is so important. So we're going to get that salt around there. And then what we're going to do...
what I'm doing, but...
Just put another gob right there. Make it pretty. There you go.
There we go.
So
with no spaces.
Yeah.
There's no spaces in there.
No spaces. So the next thing you're going to want to do is grab 2 candles. One of them must be black. The black one is going to be for whoever it is you're cutting cords with. And the other one is going to represent you. Now you're going to want to pick whatever color candle works for you. If you need to heal from your relationship, blue is great.
Yeah.
White is fine. Red is fine. Green is, any of them are fine, but the black one needs to be the other person.
Yeah.
So then what you want to do is you want to take the candles. It's right here, your carver.
Yeah, I know.
And you want to carve
We want these little...
your names in them. Oh, yeah, we can use those. These are just little candle holders. So what you want to do is you want to carve your names in them and any other pertinent information that you feel. Like if you want to put runes in there or birth dates in there, or there's not a lot of space on a little spell candle, but this one is going to represent you, and this one's going to represent them,
The other person.
the other person. And we're not actually doing, like, we're not cutting any cords today. We're just going to set it up and show you how it goes and what to look for. So we wrote on it.
Yeah.
Now, if you so choose, which is always a good idea, you could also dress your candle, which means anointing it with oils and herbs. You want to do oil first, then put your herbs on it so the herbs stick to it, right? For you, for the candle representing you, any oil is fine that you feel you like, right? Lemon is great because it's a happiness, it's uplifting. Tea tree is good because it's healing. Myrrh is healing. Anything like that.
Anything like that.
Yeah. And then for them, I would just use like a carrier oil or an olive oil, just something out of your kitchen, especially if you're letting them go with negative feelings.
Yeah.
Like you're like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
You're gone.
exactly.
So I would probably do it with like even canola oil, to be honest with
anything.
you. Yeah, if you have
anything
that.
like that.
Yeah, if you have that. So once you have those all carved up and anointed, you're going to want to put them in here. Now, if you don't have little candle holders, you can melt a little bit of wax and put it
Just
on
stand
it
them up on
so
the plate.
it'll stand up on it. So then what we're going to do next is we're going to tie them together, the proverbial cord, right? And yeah, we're going to do that. And this is very symbolic of the cord that you're going to cut. We're not technically cutting it, it's going to burn. All right.
So, I don't know how much we need.
Okay, well, we'll just tie it here.
We'll take them off and tie them.
Yeah, tie them up there. So you just want to tie it. It doesn't have to be tight. You don't need 800 rounds of it, you know.
Just a single one is good.
Yeah, just a single one is good. You don't want to use an acrylic yarn that won't actually burn, that'll only melt. That wouldn't be good for you. You want to get like a cotton or twine or jute or something that will burn. All right.
Let's see about how long I need it here.
Yeah. Yeah, about there. So, yeah. Did you have this? You want to tie it in a knot?
Oops.
I just can't take her anywhere. And then trim off the tails.
Yeah, we'll trim off the tails.
Yeah.
Here, just let me get
Because
this
if you
thing.
trim off the tails, it's less fire. I did bring the scissors over here. Oh,
This will work.
ta-da. Okay. See, if she can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, that's right.
So what we've got set up right now is a ring of salt. We've got an oiled and dressed up you tied to an oiled and dressed up them.
Yeah.
Now,
You can dress theirs up with black pepper or something like that. Right?
yeah, because we're not only going to cut the cord, we're going to banish them.
Yeah.
Because really, even if they broke your heart into a million pieces, do you want to see them again? Come on.
Yeah,
Right?
no.
So what we're going to do at this point is right here, we're going to put a line of black salt to help with the separation. So I'll smooth those. And again, black salt is just ash mixed with salt. Ours is quite chunky.
Which is okay. We've done with charcoal, so it's a little bit chunkier.
Yeah, it's really black. And then what you want to do is you want to put around these two people extra energy. So around you or whoever, you know, you should be cutting your own cords, but if somebody's doing it for you, you're going to want things that are healing and protecting really
for
well.
yourself, yeah.
Really well, yeah. So I've got some angelica root. You don't need a ton. if you don't have angelica root, you can use chamomile, lavender, even a chamomile tea bag.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
we've been known to just go buy the tea bags because we couldn't find it elsewhere. But this here is angelica root, and we're going to just put it around there. All this is for protection and healing. And I just picked this up at an herbalist downtown. Because I was like, oh my God, angelica, we need that. And you can also put some witch hazel on there if you want to. That is also a really good one. Anything that you feel for you, because this one's representing you.
And you're healing.
And you're healing. So even if you want to surround yourself with rose petals,
you could. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with any of that.
No.
Because a lot of this is going on how you feel. This is actually quite an emotional thing to do, because it has long-term lasting effects, and it's not just an ending, but it's a new beginning for you. So I'll shut the hell up. So around this person, we're going to want to make sure we do extra banishing. Now, if you're letting them go with love, black pepper's fine.
Yeah.
Black pepper is,
it's
not overly baneful. It's just go away.
Yeah. Exactly.
But we're going to pretend this is a stalker.
Right.
So we're going to use what we call fuck off powder.
That's what we call it.
We do. It's our own blend. There's lots of hot peppers and poisons and stuff in here. And you're pretty cheap with the powder there, buddy.
I'm trying to get it to come out. Here, I'll put some over here.
Yeah, put some over there. We got to make some
there.
more. There we go. So now you see, just to recap, we got our tray, we got our salt, we got you, we got the person you're telling to fuck off, got a line of separation between, you're all tied together, blah, blah, blither, blither. Now we can go. So at this point, if you're letting them go with love, you could say something to the effect of, what's this guy's name?
Joe.
Joe, our soul contract is done. Thank you for the lessons learned. I release you from me with peace, healing, and love. I release you never to return.
Yeah.
Now, if you're releasing them with some anger, say whatever you want.
Say whatever you want.
Get the fuck out of my life.
Yeah. Just
You
go
piece of
away. I
shit.
never want to see you again.
Go away. Be gone. I hope you die. I hope whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
It's fine, because you're putting that energy into it, right? So
I want you to disappear. Get out of my life.
yeah. So when you do that, then we can light the candles. And while you're lighting the candles, go ahead and light it. After you've lit the candles, take a moment to yourself to imagine all your energy that you've put into this relationship coming back to you. Like you're soaking up all this, not the negative stuff. It's just the energy that you spent giving a shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's a price you paid. You're getting a refund. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we should have put these up a little bit further on there.
We could probably still move them.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tie it on there wherever you want. You need to let these candles burn all the way out. Get up there. We're just trying to get the string burning for effect, to be honest with you. So what's going to happen is these are going to burn down and light the string on fire. And once the string is broken, that's the cord actually being cut.
Yeah.
And, or severed, really, for a better word. But this is where you want to watch and see what goes on. You want to see which candle lights it first, right? What is any resistance going on? What's, like what candle is burning down? These are all indicators of the situation at hand. So like if this side catches fire first, now it might because this little tail is up there, right? But it's whatever. But like that might mean this person wants it really bad. If this side doesn't catch on, it might mean there's a resistance. Mm-hmm. There's lots of meanings in everything that goes here. Like it's actually quite fascinating, to be honest with you.
It is quite fascinating, actually,
Yeah. Some people, when they do cord cuttings, they actually cut the cord. But it's when you get into any of these relationships, whether they're platonic ones like with family or friends or whatever, and you feel like you need to sever that, that's not just a simple snip, go away.
Yeah.
It's a well thought out that you've come to this decision and you're letting them go with
whatever your intention is.
With whatever your intention is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's
Yeah.
because you're having a really hard time, or you've had a really hard time, or if you, like a parent, if you love them but you can't deal with them,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna let them go with love.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you got to ask yourself, do you really want to go through another lifetime with some people?
Yeah.
There we go. Take a little bit less time. So, after this is all finished, what you want to do, there's a few things you need to do. You want to, first and foremost, get rid of the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
If you've let them go with love, any running water is fine. You can put them in a river. Like these ingredients, they're just herbs and
Everything,
spices,
yeah.
right? So a river, a creek, an ocean, anything that's moving water.
Yeah.
If you're letting them go like to fuck off, toilet.
It doesn't matter. You're
Yeah.
just dumping it.
Yeah, you
wherever.
just dump it to crumpet.
Yeah.
If you don't have access to any natural running water sources, it can all go in the toilet. It doesn't really matter. It's just that water is symbolic of washing away, right? So
Even
you
a
want to.
hose.
Yeah, you could do
You could
that.
use a hose.
Yeah, you could do that. Don't put the salt in your grass though.
No.
So, after this is complete and you get rid of that, you want to cleanse the space and protect yourself again. You're going to want to ground out, protect yourself, definitely, and maybe have a cleansing bath, whatever,
Yeah, you want to cleanse after
and
Definitely.
eat.
And eat something, because it takes
Eat.
a lot of energy
Eat and drink.
to do this.
Yes.
Like you'll feel drained when you do this.
We are your mother and grandmother now. You need to eat. That's what we're going to tell you, because you could feel fine, like do this at night and then go to bed and you'll just be groggy the next day, and it's because you didn't do those steps. Another thing you want to do is everybody's got a different belief system, right? But if you have what people call a spiritual team, like deities, angels, spirit guides, whatever, you want to meditate with them and have them remove out of you the last little bits that might be there, like seeds or shards or shadows or roots, anything that's still kind of holding on. Just say, please release the rest of it out of me so it can never grow back.
Exactly. Yeah, you want it gone for.
Yeah.
I mean, this is permanent. It's a permanent thing. It isn't just gonna not be permanent. It is definitely a permanent
It's permanent.
thing.
Yeah. So it looks like we're getting
And
close.
it can go into your next life as well, right? So
Yeah.
make sure this is something that you want to do.
Yeah.
Before you do it.
Well, and yeah, it is. And people just start snipping cords left, right, and center without realizing how heavy of a decision that
burden
actually
is,
is. I've
So-
cut one cord in my whole life.
Yeah.
Just one.
I cut one for my sister
Yeah.
and my mom with peace and love
Mhm.
because she was in a hospital dying and my sister didn't want to let her go, so she was hanging on. So I did cut a cord with peace and love for that.
Hmm.
Right?
It's really hard to do it for other people too. Like, it's best to be personally involved in these things. I tend to not cut a lot of cords for myself just because I understand different things. There's a relationship I probably should have cut the cord on, but as I've told her, we're not done yet.
Exactly.
And I know
Yeah.
we're not done yet.
Yeah. So you don't want to do it in that.
Yeah, because
case scenario.
I just know we're not done yet.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean in this life.
Might
It
be
doesn't.
in the next.
It might be on Pluto
And it's not a hate thing. I don't hate that person.
yeah. What's
Right.
right. Oh my God. Yeah, it's no hate. It's just one of those things. But you always have to do what's right for you, and you shouldn't feel forced into any relationships or anything like that. And if you're having a time with a dangerous person, please take the necessary precautions to get the fuck out
Absolutely.
and get legal help. I mean,
Yeah, do that
this
too.
isn't the solve for that. This is the end result of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it looks like we're going to catch fire here soon. We're just kind of waiting for this. But it can be an emotional thing and a very freeing thing. A very, very freeing thing.
Definitely can be.
And I've seen quite a few, if you are on TikTok, which most people are, there are quite a few cord cuttings on there. And a lot of them are really, really good. I can't think of anybody offhand. I'm so bad with names, but a lot of people are really, really good with it. So you can check that stuff out there too. So this one has gone down and the wax is starting to get into the string.
Yeah. So it's going to catch fire soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, you do want these candles to burn all the way down.
Yeah.
Even if the flame goes here and all the way across, that's okay.
That's okay too, yeah.
Yeah, you want to make note of what's actually going on here. But sometimes when the wax gets on the string, it's a little more resistant to light on fire right away.
There's
It's kind of
that too,
weird.
right?
Yeah.
Even though that's basically what a wick is, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And we just have this cotton thread, so yeah, let's go on.
Just to
Come on, damn it. And also too,
we just want to see what the result will
yeah,
be.
you want to watch the flames too and see how they're going. Like this black one is a
Really
really
high.
tall flame.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have no one connected to this. This is just an experiment, right? Or just kind of like a lesson to
But
show
that
you.
stuff means stuff too.
It does. It does. And sometimes the wicks like will curl a certain way, and you don't always need to like look it up to find out what's going on. You can just be like, this is what I know. This is what I feel. You got an intuition. You might as well start honing it up and using it. Okay, look at
You're
this.
the dominant person for sure in that relationship.
Yeah.
Right? That could mean that. It could mean.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and this is starting to get all waxy. Here's my pro videographer skills. So you can see the wax is kind of soaking into the wicks
soaking
there.
into the wicks now.
Let's watch it in real time. That's fascinating. It's
It is
not,
fascinating.
They're right around the edges now. You can kind of see. But none of the strings have lit. But yeah, to get herbs and stuff like that, go to your dollar store, go to the grocery store.
Absolutely.
If you have an herbalist in town, like we live in Victoria, so downtown we have an herbalist. She sells them all really well, so.
Yeah, so that's usually where we get ours, but because you can get all kinds of
For the
things
rare
from
stuff,
there,
yeah. And grow it in your garden.
That
There's
too.
nothing saying you can't grow it in your garden and
Just
harvest
grow
it yourself.
Yeah, grow it and dry it.
Okay, looks like we might get somewhere. This one keeps bouncing around,
Yeah, I see
but
that.
the string is almost hanging on to the wick. Geez, I thought we were going to put on a show here.
Yeah, me too.
But it's just one of those things, guys. It's a very, I don't want to say it's serious, but it is a far-reaching effect. Look at that thing dance.
Dancing, yeah. That could be a resistance too on their part.
Yeah. And it kind of gives you a heads up too. Another good thing that you could do before you do this is do a tarot card reading. And you could do your own tarot card readings, by the way. You can buy a deck. They come with a book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't need to go, whatever. If you have a buddy that practices with you, that's actually the best. 'Cause it's hard to do your own personal
It
readings.
is hard,
Mhm.
yeah.
But oracle cards are really great too. And it kind of gives you a sense of what's going on, right? Come on, damn it.
We didn't put names to this really, so
Yeah, it's screwing around with us because we didn't put any names on it. But this one's starting to sink in.
it is.
Let's get that lit a little bit. Watch my fingernail catch. But I'm screwing around with it right now, but you don't want to when
No,
it's
you
yours.
don't. Yeah, you just
right?
want to let it do its thing.
And like, we're just trying to get a video done, so we're trying to show you. See if it'll light. It's stuck to it. Yeah, the different things you want to look for are things like a bleeding candle. Like I'm making it bleed right now, right? There we go. And it's going to bleed a lot because it's on fire. But you want to look for resistances. You want to look for what side things were cut on. Now, obviously, I helped that along.
Yeah.
Is that cotton? I'm not even sure that's cotton.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way I would read this one right now is that this person was resistant
Yeah.
to this, right? Okay, you don't help it along, let it do its thing.
Yeah.
But just for explanation, I would read that as this person is being tall and stubborn, and they're being deceptive, and they're being resistant to this, and it's going to be hard to let you go. So you'd want to protect yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Not only spiritually, but physically.
Yeah.
Because this person's no good. But we do have some fuck off powder around there, so. But please, no matter what you do, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health.
Always, because that's your number one priority.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, there's not a single person in the world that is worth your mental health. Not at all. It is okay to go no contact with anybody that you feel like you shouldn't have contact with. I've gone no contact. You've gone no contact.
I have.
You have to protect yourself. Oh, it fell. Yay! They finally let go. They saw the light.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, protect yourself. Eat something.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom and grandma said so.
Yeah, there you go.
And
but you want to do that.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of energy.
yeah, and look after your mental health. All of that matters. But we're gonna let this burn down just for shits and giggles. But we're gonna call it a night here.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, concerns, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, and we appreciate you. If you feel so inclined, please give us a subscribe because we can use all the help we can get.
Always.
Sharing our old crone knowledge.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's
So
what we
anyways,
do.
Good night
And
and
we appreciate you. Good night.
stay magical.
Stay